Oh my god, it's...
What's up, people of the internet? My name is Hondro, and welcome to episode 3 of Loco's PoGo podcast. Joined again with Funky Dude 1 himself, aka Forrest. How you doing today, brother?
Good, man. That's it. Just good.
Just good, man.
Just good. All good in the hood, man.
Good. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Always happy to hear it. Always happy to have you. All right. Let's talk about what's gone down this week. So now it has been officially announced. We have our potential quote unquote air quotes here Moltres Day coming on September the 8th to precede the Safari Zone that's happening this weekend.
Don't bet on it, guys. Don't take this as gospel that they're preemptively giving us the exact date and time that Moltres would take place should we unlock everything.
Yeah, so I like that they teased this like, oh, well, you know, you had your Articuno Day, you barely unlocked Zapdos, and now maybe if you're lucky, we'll give you Moltres. Guys, even if nobody did field research, actually, I'm going to not turn in a single field research task all weekend just to see. Because I don't know. Join us if you will,
Rebel.
and don't turn in a single field research task and watch that they give us the reward anyway.
This is not how we get sponsored.
Niantic, I'm calling your bluff, and you're going to release Moltres on the 8th, whether we do anything or not. So, follow Niantic, follow Pokemon Go on Twitter, where you can get the latest updates
yes.
on just how well we are doing in this field research race.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
Hashtag global challenge. Hashtag don't turn in research. Anyway, Moltres Day. So they did announce that we are getting Moltres Day, and then they also announced all the bonuses that come along with the Safari Zone event. So not only are we going to get a chance for Shiny Moltres, but we are also going to get the special move Sky Attack.
Oh yeah, best move ever.
Can we
right? Best move.
Can we talk about Sky Attack for a minute here?
I guess if we have to.
So Sky Attack on Moltres. So when I saw Sky Attack, I was immediately bummed out because Moltres is the fire chicken, as we all know. So why would you want anything other than fire attacks on your Moltres? Well, this GoHub article.
Tell us why. Tell us why we would want this.
This GoHub article mentions how great Sky Attack is going to be against bug and grass types. But wait, Moltres is already super effective.
You don't say.
Against bug and grass types
what?
with its fire attack.
You mean fire is already super effective against those two
wait,
types?
what else is fire also super effective against? Oh, that's right, steel, which is notoriously one of the hardest types to counter, as well as ice, which is also a very hard type to counter. Let's see. Let me turn my Overheat Moltres, which is good against 4 types super effectively, and make it a Sky Attack Moltres, which is Quick Attack would still be super effective against. But I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, so Steel's now it's neutral. Sky Attack is neutral against Steel.
Yeah.
I think neutral against Ice.
So what they break down in the article is because Sky Attack is a 2-bar attack, which is like 80 attack per, and then you have Overheat, which is 160, all in 1 bar. Technically, you're getting higher DPS out of the 2-bar Sky Attack because you, as soon as you earn the energy from getting attacked and attacking, you can use Sky Attack right away. So technically, Sky Attack outputs more DPS. However, I still think Overheat is way more useful. And why would you? They're saying, oh well, it's super effective against bug and grass, and you can spam it more often. Yeah, but I'd rather just why would I want to TM my Moltres back and forth? Like,
well, and whoever's out there using bug and grass types against Moltres right now.
yeah, how often do you see a bug or a grass type in a gym defending? Almost never. With the outcry of like, occasionally you'll see a Venusaur or you'll see like a Scizor in a gym.
Yeah.
But Overheat Moltres is already super effective against those. So why is Sky Attack any better? I don't know. Hopefully they do keep the shiny chance higher like they did with Zapdos, because with Articuno I never even got a shiny, and I did 21 raids. I did 15 Zapdos and got 3.
He's still looking. So if somebody is willing to part with a shiny Articuno.
If anybody out there has a shiny Articuno that they wouldn't mind throwing my way for, we'll become Ultra Friends first, so it'll only cost us 80,000. 80,000 dust, but I desperately want a shiny Articuno. So Sky Attack I'm not really psyched about. Obviously, shiny Moltres will be cool, and then a chance just to encounter Moltres again in raid battles is going to be super fun.
Well, not to mention, too, with all the other Stardust bonuses that are unlocked, the raid day for Moltres is going to be crazy. You're going to be able to gather a lot of Stardust over this next week.
Yeah, so as the Safari Zone commences, we're going to get our shiny Wingull release worldwide. Mm-hmm. If you're in Japan, you've also got a bunch of increased spawns of Beldum and Feebas and other Pokemon like that. So plus unknowns for the Safari Zone. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Shiny Wingull will be exciting to try to encounter a new shiny, but the real benefit comes with all the Stardust bonuses. So we are getting with the so the catch XP comes from Japan itself. So the quote-unquote 100,000 tasks that they have to complete.
We'll maybe get these unlocked. Let's put that disclaimer out there.
So basically, Japan's going to give us 3 times catch dust. And then we have Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and that is going to give us our 1-hour star pieces. Mm-hmm. The Americas, so North and South America, is going to give us our double hatch XP. And the Asia-Pacific region, which is the rest of Asia and New Zealand and Australia and those areas, they are going to give us the 3,000 Stardust per raid.
So Australia, the pressure's on you because we need this raid bonus for Moltres Day.
Yeah, so
don't screw up.
As long as we just get that, Moltres Day is going to be a lock because we're going to get 3,000 Stardust per raid. So if you can do 20, 30 raids,
we did 30 last time with the star piece, which means it's 4,500.
So if you're running a star piece, which will probably have 1-hour star pieces, so it'll only cost you 3 star pieces to do the entire event, and you're going to be getting 4,500 dust,
plus the catch,
not including the catch. So any Moltres you catch is going to be worth another 150. So as long as it's another 150. So it's just going to be crazy amounts of Stardust on that day. Plus, those Stardust bonuses last from
the 3rd to the 10th.
Yeah, the 3rd all the way through September 10th. So from the 3rd at 1 p.m. Pacific time till the 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So those bonuses are going to be sick. I can't wait to stack more dust than ever before. I'm also excited for the shiny form, obviously. Sky Attack, I could care less about. I was telling Forrest earlier, if I get a Hundo IV, I'm immediately TMing it to Overheat because I will not use Sky Attack as my top tier Moltres. But then that leads right into what we're going to get for the Ultra bonus unlock, which they are going to announce on the 10th, presumably as soon as all the Stardust events end. So they usually do announcements. They usually do announcements around 11 a.m. Pacific time. So we'll probably get that announcement around 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Well, we kind of touched on this before and what our ideas are. I don't know if any of it's changed too much. Have you thought of anything else that they could do instead of typical things we talked about as far as like Gen 4 maybe being released or the Mewtwo Day? Or replacing the EX raid with Deoxys, I think those are kind of our 3 most likely options.
I think they're gonna do a big thing here. I think what they're going to do, honestly, is they're probably gonna re-release the damn birds again. We haven't talked about this, but I think they're gonna re-release all 3 birds
like they
into
did
legendary raids.
Didn't they do that one time where they had
all the birds
of them
plus
once,
Lugia?
right?
They had everything and they had all 3 Gen 1 birds and Lugia out, and I think
they're gonna do it again.
I think they're
though?
gonna do it again. But that's gonna be in addition to maybe releasing like all the Gen 4 babies into eggs, that you can now exchange via friendship, and maybe doing a Gen 4 launch. I think it'll be a multifaceted thing.
I don't think that re-releasing the birds though is enough hype. I think because we just had a full day. Well, not a full day, 3 hours of this, and like over the course of the last 3 months.
But the thing is, I'm sure there's people like for me. I really want Shiny Articuno, and I will pay for more raid passes to get one. But in addition to that, there's people that can't play in those 3-hour windows.
But don't you think
it's been 1 day each?
Don't you think that this could be something that they could end up defaulting back to later?
Eventually,
they could re-release. Like they have.
They will absolutely
bring it back.
They will absolutely re-release everything at some point. But I think they might do this as a part of like the end of summer, because this is the year. I can't remember. People have told me several times this year that this is like the year of legendaries for Pokemon, like just in general. Mm-hmm. So I think they could do a whole explosion, because all summer long, the field research has also been the dogs. Or the Gen 2s, so they could go as far as to re-release all of it.
Well, so
they could do the birds and the dogs all at once.
Well, and let's think. So the
Slugma does not want to be caught.
Right? So the last Reggie that's going on right now, Reggie Rock. When does that end? Do we know? When was that supposed to end?
That is a great question, and I will take time to honestly pull it up right now.
Because if it ends right before
Reggie Rock is here until the 20th.
Okay.
But they've already overlapped. Like they did the weekend of Ho-Oh, and then all throughout the Reggie's runs, they've been doing these bird weekends. So I wouldn't be shocked if they left Reggie in the rotation. But they could do it after the 20th. They just said they're going to announce it on the 10th.
You know what would be amazing is if they actually did a massive, like if they're going to re-release some of the birds or do a massive day like that, what if they did all 3 legendary birds, all 3 dogs,
and
all 3 Reggies,
just made all raids legendary across the board?
Made literally
like
just legendaries
nothing but legendary
for
eggs
a week, and re-release Kyogre. They still need to release.
We don't have shiny Groudon yet.
I think that'll be a separate thing as far as when they release the shiny version of him.
Maybe,
and Rayquaza, because they want people to focus on that.
Dude, Rayquaza! I can't wait. I can't wait for shiny Rayquaza.
I think it'd be cool to have the 3 birds plus Lugia, Ho-Oh, the 3 beasts, the 3 Reggies that we have, and then the 3 Water, Ground, and Sky legendaries all at once for a week.
That's a lot. That's a lot of legendaries.
It'd be overwhelming, but that's some ultra bonus right
The
there.
only problem I see with that as an idea in general is if they do all of that, it's gonna divide the player base up so much. Like even when they've done, like when they did the 4 birds at once, when they did Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Lugia, people were like, I don't need a Lugia, so I'm not gonna go help you and do that raid. Or I already have a Hundo Zapdos. I don't need to go do that raid. So it's like hard to get the actual groups together. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised by anything they do, honestly, because I don't know, they've kind of struggled in the past with coming out with ideas. Like a lot of the stuff that they've been doing has been really great, especially this year. But in the past, they've kind of struggled with like talking to the community and really getting in touch with what we want in the game. It was like PvP's still not in the game, and that was, they teased that before the game was
coming.
Before the game was even ever launched, and there's a potential that it'll be there. But I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where they could really do anything. They honestly might not even have it planned yet.
Yeah.
They might not have even decided yet as to what they're going to do, because they still have 12 days
Well, my most likely thing is still something with Gen 4. I think it's about time to stir up a little bit of energy hype again.
Yeah.
Because now that everybody, especially with all these repeat raids, all the legendaries being out and stuff, it's like everybody has that full decks. They're ready for a few more new Pokemon. So even if they started releasing it in waves like they did with Gen 3 again, just a little bit of excitement.
And they could absolutely do it exactly like they did with Gen 3 because they rolled out Gen 3 in like these chunks. It was like, well, here's the first 25
They
Pokemon.
did it by type, which I don't know if they'd be able to do again, but still, within that same, they could do all the babies at once.
Yeah.
And they could do the Gen 1 Evos.
All the babies and eggs and all the anything that is currently in our decks that evolves into Gen 4, they can let us evolve them. Something along those lines.
Something to start and at least encourage people while the raids are out, everything else to like do that.
Yeah.
Although they still need to expand space if they're going to do that because we're all getting a little tight on the space.
The storage space. Don't get me started.
Because in order to evolve stuff, you need more space.
Don't get me started on storage space.
But anyway.
Niantic, this is just as a side note. Niantic, please, you literally teased additional storage space like 2 months ago in that article. And then for whatever reasons you changed your mind. Please give us more storage space.
We need it before Moltres Day.
We will pay for it.
I'm hoping before Moltres Day comes.
That's my gosh, yeah. Because I have less than 30 spots in my decks right now, I think.
Unless you literally start deleting stuff.
Before Eevee Day, I had to delete. And I've said this before. I had to delete 85 legendaries to make room for Eevees.
Well, and the hardest part for you in your situation is because you went to Chicago, you have all these that you want to hold on to.
Yeah, I've got all these unknowns, Torkels, Snowy Cast forms still that I'm holding on to.
And you're limited to one a day.
Because I can only do one special trade per day. So my decks, my recents, once you get past like all the legendaries and then like special trades and stuff that I've done. Once you get down to and then you got all the Eevees, Shinies, more Luckies. Then I've got Heracross and Corsola, and then it just goes into Shiny Zapdos, Minun, Plusle, Shinies, and then you've got Unknowns, Torkels.
Then you have a bunch of all your above 90s and
additional really good IV Pokemon. All the special rewards I got from the Celebi quest that I'm never going to transfer. The Chicago Shiftry, Metagross, Aggron, Whaleren, Ludicolo. I'm never going to get rid of those. And the Torkoal that I got from the special research, I'm never going to transfer those. Those are going to sit in my decks forever. And just so many.
And you're not doing a living dex. I'm doing a living dex, which has been even harder.
Oh, one of each.
I'm doing one of each
evolution and all that
evolution.
Stuff. Yeah.
And that's not including...
I basically have a living dex. But you also do like a male and female of each.
For some.
Okay.
For some that are like distinctly different. Like a Pikachu where it's the tail is way different.
Okay.
Little small ones. I know there's a lot of Pokemon that have like, the whiskers are a different size or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. But I'm a little OCD in the way that I organize certain evolutions or certain Pokemon are male or female in my mind too. So I'm striving for that, and it's a lot of trying to keep it organized, but also make sure. I mean, like right now, I just went through and spent God knows how many hours getting ready to do a mass trading event with my buddy.
Okay.
And I have 384 Pokemon that me and him are gonna like just trash and additional things that I've maybe replaced, whatever.
Yeah.
That we're gonna sit and trade, see if anything becomes 100 or lucky, and then clear out that space.
Speaking of trading, you want to do that special trade right now?
Yeah.
Let's do a special trade. So I've got an unknown form. We talked about it a little bit earlier and kind of figured out what we wanted to trade. So he's got an Articuno for me, and I've got a Chicago unknown.
Plus,
I'm
one more on the way. We're almost.
I'm getting the spinny. Oh, there we go.
I'm loading up.
Yeah, I was getting the spinny circle of nothing happening.
Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a Cubone there, though, man.
All right, well, I caught him. I caught that Cubone.
Okay, I'm hopping in.
All right. So, gonna get an Articuno. Let's hope it's lucky. All right, so B, let me see. Let's see if I've got
give me a good one.
Highish CPB here. 456. That's the highest one I have. We'll do that one. All right. Chicago unknown.
That distance, man. You already have your distance thing.
Yeah, I have the million plus. All right, so here we go. Going for the Artie. Going for Lucky Artie. Let's see it. Oh.
You got the screen right in front of you too. It doesn't really help. Oh, damn.
No luck. That's okay though.
It's still, we got one more chance because
we got.
I still need one more unknown that I don't have from you yet. So
it turned Artie into garbage.
Did it? Oh. Well, I have another Articuno that I can trade you next time too.
Poor Articuno.
I'll give you one more chance at Articuno next
right,
trade.
Sounds good.
Speaking of which, Lucky has been all over the board. We've been trying to still figure out what the actual rates are. Like I've had some people who go like 40 trades without Luckies. Then me and you trade garbage at lunch one day and got like 7.
Well, yeah,
Luckies.
there's been times where I've done like 10 trades and gotten 3 Luckies, and then I've done like 30 trades and gotten no Luckies. So it's like, I don't know. It all supposedly it's RNGesus that you have to pray to, and then you have their highest chances are older Pokemon.
And
distance. It seems like distance plays into it as well as your friendship level. So I don't know.
We'll see if best friends have an increased chance.
Yeah, it's just a game of chance, a game of luck. It's the lucky lottery. All right, I wanted to touch on this because I think this is important, and I don't think a lot of people realize it. But the friendship level bonuses that you get just for reaching certain friend tiers are so ridiculously high that we actually sat down real quick before we started recording and did a rough calculation of the math.
We did math, guys. They told you you'd never use it outside of school,
We did some math. So, because if you get to best friends with 100 people and you start and you run a lucky egg, that is enough XP by itself, because you're getting 200,000 XP on a lucky egg when you hit best friend level, because your best friend level is 100,000 XP. So that is enough XP by itself, because to reach level 40, all you need is 20 million XP.
Yeah.
So 200,000 times 100 people, that's 20 million. But that doesn't include the 50 or 100,000 that you're getting from reaching Ultra Friend level, the 10 or 20,000 you're reaching at Great Friend, and the 3,000 or 6,000 you're getting just from sending a gift, trading, battling, or doing any friend interaction with a person that you've added as your friend.
And I remember in our notes we talked about now with the improvement of you get experience points when you send a gift.
Yeah,
so 200
sending gifts is 200 XP per gift that you send. You can open 20 gifts per day, and you can send up to 100 gifts per day.
And then we factored in order to get all those gifts to send out to somebody. This is obviously perfect case scenario where somebody's all 100 of your friends are opening your gifts every day.
Or at least 80 of them.
Or
where you can open 20 and the other people open 80. So let's say we did the math without running a lucky egg. So just from the XP alone, from spinning stops, so we figured that you'd have to spin a stop and you would get a gift like every other time that you spun said stop. So just the stop XP alone is around 1 million if you're factoring in that you're getting a gift every other time.
That's for 90 days.
That's for 90. This is all this
over
math. All this
90
math is over the course of 90 days that it takes to actually become best friend level. So you spin a stop, you're going to get roughly 1 million XP just from that. Then sending the gifts themselves is 1.8 million XP.
Just to send, because you get 200 experience points for every gift that you send.
That's if you're sending 100 gifts a day. So obviously every day you're not gonna be able to do that, but it's a rough idea. Then what was this? What was the 300,000 just from becoming good friends? Then you're getting 1 million from becoming great friends with 100 people. Mm-hmm. Then you're getting 5 million from becoming ultra friends with 100 people. And then 10 million XP for becoming best friends with 100 people if you can do that within 90 days. So let's figure you can't do this all within 90 days, but it's almost guaranteed that if all the 100 people that you're exchanging gifts with are active, let's say within 6 months, so 180 days, you will easily have 100 best friends.
And the other things that we, I guess, didn't or forgot to write down there is this is without catching any Pokemon.
This is no Pokemon caught. This is
raids.
no raids. This is nothing. This is XP simply from the point of spinning stops to get the gifts, sending the gifts, and leveling up the friendships.
And this doesn't include your 7-day streaks and all that.
It includes none of that. So you end up with approximately 19.1 million XP in 90-ish days solely from the friendship bonuses. And that takes you basically to level 40 by itself, because you only need 20 million XP to get to level 40. So I could start a new account today, and if I added 100, I've got 90 friends on my friends list right now. I could easily get 10 more. I'm just picky with the people that I add on my list. So I could easily get 10 more, make sure they're active players, and I could honestly get to level 40 in probably with just getting to Ultra Friends takes 30 days. So honestly, I could probably get to with the if I played it like I play my account, I almost guarantee you. Plus, I'd be running Lucky Eggs.
Lucky Eggs plus new Pokemon.
I could probably get to level 40 in 30 days.
Oh yeah, because you got to think about it. Every new Pokemon, now that there's 3 generations of Pokemon that are new
every
to you,
every Pokemon you catch is 500 without a Lucky Egg.
Then evolutions.
Yeah.
Which is another 500.
500,
and then
every time you evolve,
so that's another 1,000 or whatever. And so you just keep doing that, and honestly, and rating in between with if you just did your one legendary a day, that's what 10,000 experience. Mm-hmm. With a Lucky Egg, 20,000 experience. Yeah. So there's 20,000 experience a day just for doing one raid.
You could probably very easily get to level 40 in 30 days if you were like super active and you had a friends list that was super active and you kind of planned it out to make sure you were taking care and getting everybody to Ultra Friends.
But do worst case, do even half that, even narrow it down. You could still get to level 40 relatively quickly now if you were a new player.
It's never been easier to get to level 40 because we were talking about your account. You're a 37 right now.
I'm halfway through.
And you're at 10.5. You're at 10.5 million. So he's halfway through the 2 million. That is level 37, so he's at 10.5 million. So he needs another 9.5 million XP. And I told him, I was like, dude, within 60 days, you're gonna be a level 40.
Well, because
guaranteed.
I have at least 11 people that were about 30 days away from being best friends.
Yeah.
And then I have another at least 20 people that I'm a day or two away from being ultra, and then best friends on those. Yeah. Plus with rating on Moltres, all these other events.
Yeah, all the raids. Eggs. Oh my gosh.
Like I'm gonna get there soon.
Yeah. Within 60 days, you will for sure be a level 40 player.
And that's working an 8-to-5 job and 2 other jobs, and only being able to go raid like an hour and a half every day if I even have the energy to do it. So if I can do it as somebody who's, I guess, a quote unquote a little more casual of a player. I'm not really a casual player because I know a lot about the game, but I'm definitely not out there, 9 hours a day raiding. But
we're no Brandon Tans over here.
Yeah, no, he does like 40 or 50 raids a day or
Prodigy's Nation. Yeah. Too hardcore for us.
I mean, if I could get paid to do that, if that was my job, hell yeah, I'd do
for sure.
But
But yeah, I mean, it seems like they're gearing up to increase the level cap though, with the sheer amount of XP that they're willing to give for becoming best friends without anything, because this 100,000 XP is unprecedented.
Yeah,
there's never been anything.
There's nothing else.
The closest we've ever gotten was 40,000
double XP
while running a Lucky Egg during a raid on a legendary.
Articuno Day.
That was the most XP you've ever been able to get in one shot.
Yeah, I got over 1 million XP that day.
Because I got 400. I had 4 people become Ultra Friends the other day. I ran a Lucky Egg. I got 400,000. I got almost 500,000 XP in like 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
because I just messaged everybody in the group and I said, hey, turn on a lucky egg. We're about to become ultra friends. And I sent the people that I didn't have a gift from a gift. They opened them. And then I opened the other 2 gifts. Boom. 4 ultra friends, 400,000 XP. And I didn't even have to get off the couch.
Yeah.
That's unprecedented.
It's crazy, man. It's
So that, you know, you do that with 4 best friends. If you could time that, that's 800,000 XP.
Well, and the question is,
insane.
if they do increase the level cap, are they going to retroactively award people their experience that they've earned
absolutely will
after level 40?
If they don't, that would be a huge like the outcry would be insane, because the amount of time, if you put in the time, you deserve to get the reward, because those are your most dedicated players.
But is it just going to skip all the way to whatever level it would be then?
It would have to, but I think
or whatever the max is.
A lot of the YouTubers, including, I saw Brandon Tan actually tweeted about this the other day. He was talking about there should be gold badge requirements for increased level cap. So you have to have like certain badges in the decks in order, or in your rewards, in order to actually reap the benefits.
They still
and
have to
level
fix
up.
Some of those badges though. There's the one, the Ace Trainer badge, that is no longer
the
exists,
the
that they either
Ace
need to
Trainer
get
badge.
rid of or figure out a way to re-implement.
I don't know if they ever deleted a badge though.
No.
I didn't think so.
But then they need to re-implement it. They need to, like, because there are some people, like, I'm not too close to it, but I know some people. I know some people who back in the day never focused on it. I'm one of those people.
Sucks to
suck. Hey, man. Okay. I just don't like having that badge.
I think I'm gold on Ace Trainer.
Yeah.
Is that gold? Is that,
I don't know. I'm colorblind.
Is that gold?
Wrong person. I think it's purple. I want to say that's a purple badge, but who knows?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. They'll implement it. Because if they didn't retroactively award it to the players that have essentially spent the most time, money, and effort into the game, I think there would be huge outrage. Huge outrage.
Yeah.
Like, big time blowback. Big time. So if they increase the level cap, they may never do it. But it just seems like they would be gearing up to it because of how much XP they're giving away with this friendship stuff.
But let's not have them focus on too many things that aren't necessary. Like, let's just get through some generations first.
Let's get Gen 4, let's get PvP in here, and then we can focus on level caps and things like that. All right.
Don't worry about that, Niantic.
So I wanna conclude talking about Celebi again, because hey, I mean, I'm done with the research.
I'm almost done.
Dude, guess what my reward was? Guess what I got?
Well, so much candy. I know you're so thrilled about it. So much candy.
So
you got 1 million Celebi candies.
So I ended up getting a whopping 30 candy for completing the Celebi quest.
which is merely 10 more candy than everybody else.
It's only 7 more candy than because I didn't get any for catching it.
Oh,
because everybody else gets,
okay.
You get 23 because you get to catch it, so you get the 3 candy from catching it, plus you get the 20 at the very end. So I got an additional 30 candy. So instead of catching Celebi at the end of step 7, I get nothing. It just gives me, here's 10 Celebi candy. Thanks for playing. And then step 8 just gives you 20 more.
Just like that. By the way, in case, turn up your sound on the game when you get to that point, because it'll sound exactly like that when you claim it. I know you were hoping for more candy. I know you were hoping for more. I will say,
I just want to be able to max this thing out.
I know,
because I could get 30 rare candy from raids in a single day, and just dump that onto Celebi.
They never give you enough candies. They didn't give us enough candies for Mew to max it out, and they never.
Well, yeah, but Mew is way cooler than Celebi is.
Mew is definitely way cooler. Why would they not give us more candy for it then?
Mew's been maxed out forever, bro. I mean, I maxed out Mew.
Mew is my permanent butt.
Like, I maxed out Mew right quick.
I'm walking Mew as my buddy right now, all the time. Best Pokemon ever.
Mew is pretty sweet.
Well, and along with the Celebi research, the interesting thing that I saw is the Silver Pineapps. We only got 15 of them. And so,
well, do you have any yet?
Hey,
Because I have 15.
I got time locked into things. I worked 3
pineapples.
jobs, so I have the excuse of it's taking me a day or so.
I work 3 jobs.
And you had the glitch. You had that Pokemon Go Plus glitch in your favor.
Let's just say I outsmarted the game by activating my Go Plus at the proper time.
You're giving yourself too much credit. But anyway, at the end of everything, when you are complete, you have 15 of these silver pineapple berries, which are awesome berries, and which will inevitably...
Did you know? Because I know you haven't seen this yet, because you don't have them.
Hey.
But if you feed this... feed this...
Oh, now you're going to take what I told you to?
Feed this to a Pokemon to receive more candy when you catch it, and make it easier to catch. Wow.
Yeah.
Quite the combo
I know.
there.
Which means that as soon as that's rolled out in some way or form, that'll inevitably take up the slot in my bag for every pineapple berry that I own. Because why would you have regular
I doubt they
and
will
silver?
be. I doubt they will be as plentiful to come by.
That's what everybody thought with golden raspberries, and I'm sitting on about 300 of those.
Yeah, but you still have to do raids, and there's a lot of people that can't do raids like we can.
But what if they
because
go
we
out
have
and
an
raids?
They might, but I'm not going to spend. Here's the thing: I'm not going to spend any of these until they become attainable some other way in the game.
Oh yeah, no.
Whether that is through raids, whether that is through your 7-day streak or what have you, because tell me what you told me earlier.
Somebody had actually done science for us, which is great.
Was this a Silph Road thing or just Reddit?
It was on Reddit,
okay.
on the Silph Road Reddit. Somebody had tested to see if they fed a silver pineapple berry to a Pokemon in a gym that had like 0 motivation left, whether it would be like a golden raspberry
and give
to
it
fill
full,
it
and
up
give it full
or
health.
fill it half.
Yeah.
And it did not. It gave it the same amount of motivation as a regular pineapple berry did.
That's bad.
So
that's a waste.
Somebody sacrificed.
That's a waste of a silver pineapple, my friends.
Somebody sacrificed one of their silver pineapple berries for science, for us to discover that the only benefit to this berry is actually outside of gyms.
Better than me.
So the question is...
Thanks for taking the hit on that one.
I know, right? Thank you. Thank you to your brave soul. But as I said, if these become available via raids, almost like golden raspberries are, it'll be the same situation where I don't really hold on to that many regular raspberries. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I dump these onto gyms as soon as I get them, basically. If I have defenders... Actually, let me do that right now.
So I'd essentially... Instead of having as many pineapple berries as I have now, if I had the equivalent amount of silver pineapple berries, why would I hold on to both? Because it doesn't make sense. Like, this one does way better job. So
yeah, I feel you. I don't hold on to I don't hold on to regular raspberries. I don't hold on to nanab berries.
You mean you don't like the nanab berries? Aren't they the best berries?
Those berries are worthless. Worthless.
You know, somebody also found out that Yanma, when it was around, those berries did nothing for it.
Really?
Even though it's sporadic. You know how sporadic Yanma is on the screen?
Yeah. The banana
berries
doesn't do
nothing.
anything? Really? That must be a glitch with that Pokemon. Interesting.
So, you know, those are the ones that I always throw in gyms. But I'm curious to see how they're going to roll out the silver pineapple berries. I honestly hope they make them a little more rare as to not allow that kind of mindset that I'm in right now.
I would
just
love
replacing it.
Because then you could,
I'd like
then
them
you
to
could
be
dump
a special.
Then you could dump golden razes too and not feel so bad about it if they're almost as effective as a golden raz.
Well,
I don't think they quite are though.
They're going to be great for Community Day and for really rare wild encounters.
Oh yeah.
Like those are what you're going to use them for.
Make them easier
two events.
Yeah, like Larvatars that spawn, or like if you see a Beldum or a Ralts. I was like, why can't I think of Ralts?
Bagans too, all these things that are a little more rare. But Community Day too, for things like starter Community Days when they're higher, their flea rates are higher because starters have a horrible catch rate.
But it seems like they lower those when it's their Community Day.
They do. But if it was something really important and you wanted the extra candy and to golden raspberry essentially a shiny,
so you could shiny, you
double
catch it
the
with the
bonus.
shiny, yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
So it's worth it. It's just we'll see how they roll these out and how balanced they keep everything. So,
but hopefully you guys are doing well on your Celebi quest lines. I know they put those time barricades in there because apparently Celebi is a time Pokemon and blah 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 blah. Anyway,
That is really descriptive. Yep. There was a time glitch there.
They put those time gates in there to hold you off on Celebi. But hopefully you have an enjoyable time catching Celebi. I know, like, when I caught it, if you guys missed it on stream, I streamed it live from GoFest, the actual Celebi catch. Plus, I did some fun AR shots. So if you guys missed that, that is on my channel available. Just go back and look for my Celebi catch. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having fun with this. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to the things that are coming up. We got Moltres Day. We have the Safari Zone this weekend with Shining Wingull. Obviously, Sky Attack Moltres is top of the charts. All the dust bonuses that we're going to get from the Safari Zone. The surprise Ultra Unlock that's going to be announced on the 10th. Let me know how soon you guys think you're going to be level 40 if you're not already in this game based on those friendship bonuses. And then how you're doing on the Celebi research. Anything else you think of?
No, just stay ahead of the curve right now. Start stocking up on everything you need. Star pieces. Start stocking up on lucky eggs. Figure out some organization.
The box that's in the store right now is pretty decent. If you're low on star pieces and incubators and raid passes, that box is pretty decent.
Make sure you are trying to get as much of your trades and everything done to free up some space before Moltres Day, because obviously everybody's in a rush. They fill it fast. You got to have we did 30 raids last time, so we needed to just go, and we weren't really appraising anything until the very end. If we needed space, it was kind of a mad rush on everything. Organize things now. We have a group that in our big area, there's at least 30 gyms that we went to. We set a game plan in motion and carpooled as much as possible. As many people in one car as possible makes it easier to take it down. Even if it's you and one other car, you guys at least know that there's 8 people or 10 people.
Get that battle bus ready.
Yep.
Sorry, that's a Fortnite reference.
Yeah.
Wrong game.
Yep. Definitely wrong game. But, party bus, the Vanga boys are coming. Get it going.
All right, you guys. Let me know what you think about everything that's been going on in Pokemon Go lately. Thanks again to Forrest for hanging out. This was always fun, and we will do this again very soon. You guys, stay tuned to my YouTube channel for Pokemon Go content. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Loco Hondro, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, Poke Trainers.